Back with another video, June 26th and July 9th, 2027. While it's closed, so let's just jump into the video. So, well, you guys are getting more crap down your throat, but harsh critics believe everything is subject to change. Me being the businessman that I am, I know bullshit when I see it. Now, it's funny how you guys didn't get a Batman sequel, but you're getting a fast track sequel to Superman, which is really weird at this point. And I don't think you guys are going to get the Batman 2, honestly. But again, you believe what you want to believe, but I don't think you're getting it. But James Gunn did announce Man of Tomorrow in theaters July 9th, 2027. And I thought I must hit the lottery or something, because everybody's been like emailing me and inboxing me saying, hey, harsh critics, man, we're getting the sequel, but I believe things are subject to change. I don't buy this shit one bit, but we'll see what happens. But guess what, you James Gunn clown, that means harsh critics is here to 2027. So James Gunn, just keep giving your boy more ammunition for the next 2 years worth of content. So we got Supergirl June 26th, and then we got this crap in 2027. And guess what, you guys? You got harsh critics. Harsh critics ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. The wallet is still closed. We're still gonna push that, and we're gonna see what happens. But you guys know now not to trust these shills on YouTube, man. I'ma still call their asses out, because they are the ones bragging and boasting. But you can't trust these shills. And if you're gonna trust shills, you need to trust them at their word, because wasn't it John Campia that told you guys he knew somebody from DC Studios saying you wasn't never getting a Batman 2, it was never coming out? And I don't think it is coming out. I will be surprised if the Batman 2 come out, because this shit doesn't make any sense. How does a Superman sequel get fast tracked, but you don't know when the Batman 2 is coming out? It hasn't really been an official date for the Batman 2. I think the studio is playing you guys just for hype and just to tag on your emotions, but I believe things are subject to change, and we all know that. Man of Steel 2 was announced when Black Adam was filming, and it didn't never happen. So this is all talk. You know, James Gunn need to put it to action, because I don't see how Superman, which did poorly at the box office, whether you want to believe it or not, especially at the international, get a sequel in front of the Batman 2. Explain that shit. Explain that shit. It's all crap. It's all garbage. Again, let's see it in action. Because right now it's all talk. James Gunn announced a lot of stuff, but they canceled a lot of stuff. Now he's talking about a Superman saga, and he's saying this crap. Things are subject to change. Peacemaker 2 isn't even charting on HBO Max. It's doing menial viewership. So, I mean, yeah, he says that. I mean, James Gunn says a lot. He talks a lot. But he talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk. So we'll see what happens. And I hate for you guys to be disappointed when you find out a year from now you're not getting this sequel. Like, this is a shitty company, and they need to give the fans what they really want, because they don't want this crap. They don't want this Peacemaker, and they don't even want him in charge. And you guys need to keep your wallets closed. You know what you're going to get if you keep your wallets open. You're going to get more orgies, more baggy suits, and more crap like this. This is a crap by a crap director. And I find it really odd, but I understand why nobody doesn't want to work with James Gunn. Ben Affleck doesn't want to work with James Gunn. Henry Cavill doesn't want to work with James Gunn. Hans Zimmer doesn't want to work with James Gunn. There's no top directors want to work with this clown. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. And all his directors that he got, Eddie Muschietti, he's trash. He's fucking trash. So, I mean, you guys explain to me, how are you getting, you got a Supergirl film coming out next year. Then a few months later, you have a so-called Superman sequel, but you ain't even got the Batman 2. I think they're bullshitting. That's what I think. I think they're using their shills again. And you know who the shills are this time, but they're using them to push this crap down your throat. But I'm opposed to this shit, and I'm not going anywhere. So it could be good news to bad news to James Gunn, because his James Gunn fans, because one minute you may be getting a sequel, maybe, but guess what? Harsh critics is still gonna be here clowning this crap, because that's what it is. It's crap. It's garbage, and it's not what the majority wants. Superman lost half of Zack's fans, and I can only see it going down from here, unless this thing is the best thing since The Dark Knight. But then again, you clowns said that the first Superman film was better than The Dark Knight, but it didn't even reach Dark Knight numbers. Didn't beat Man of Steel. Didn't beat Justice League. It didn't even beat Justice League, bro. A half of a Zack film. Didn't beat BVS. That's because James Gunn is a mediocre director for, you know, a mediocre audience. It's people that like this stuff. They like, or it's guys on YouTube that defend this stuff. They like orgies. They like seeing guys. They probably fool with guys. I mean, if that's their preference, that's their preference. But there is a small minority mediocre audience for this stuff. But I call bullshit. This is all talk. Let's see if James Gunn can walk the walk, because James Gunn hasn't beaten Man of Steel. He hasn't beaten none of Zack's films, because he's not that type of director. He's a menial director, and they're just trying to fast track some stuff before he leaves. Because I mean, he haven't announced his extension on his contract yet. So how are he gonna put this movie out? And if this movie is coming out on this date, they should be filming like in November or December, right? Right? Make it make sense. So I think this is a bunch of crap. That's because James Gunn is a crappy director. He's a one-trick pony, and he needs to resign. And we're going to embarrass the shit out of him, just like we did with Superman. So you got to keep those wallets closed. You know what's going to happen if your wallet is open, but don't worry, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to stay. So to all you clowns thought I was leaving, go ahead and subscribe, because I ain't going nowhere. This is just the beginning. So, well, what do you guys think? You know, explain to me how they're waiting to decide on the Batman 2, but they fast forward this crap. DC Studios is run by a bunch of dummies. At the end of the day, they're fucking dummies. But I don't know. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and remember, no Snyderverse, no money. Keep them wallets fucking closed. Peace.